Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you spent any time at all working in modern networking, you're absolutely intimately familiar with SNMP. For the past 2 decades, pretty much every network management system out there, SolarWinds, PRTG, Zabbix, you name it, has relied on SNMP to gather data. But over the last few years, we've seen this massive, fundamental shift across the entire telecom industry. Major players like Juniper, Cisco, Arista, and Nokia are aggressively pushing a completely new technology, streaming telemetry. Now, in the Juniper ecosystem, we call this the Junos Telemetry Interface, or JTI for short. So let's dive right into this and figure out exactly why streaming telemetry is rapidly replacing SNMP across the board. To really wrap our heads around this revolution, we've got to start with the core problem of the old way of doing things. I want to throw a scenario at you, and honestly, it's the exact kind of scenario that keeps service provider engineers up at night. Picture this. One of the interfaces on your MX960 router gets hit out of nowhere by a 50-millisecond microburst, just a massive wall of traffic. In a flash, the queue buffer completely maxes out and thousands of packets are just dropped. But the entire event, start to finish, is over in just 100 milliseconds. So here's the big question. Can your traditional SNMP monitoring actually catch that happening? Well, the harsh, frankly, kind of terrifying reality here is that it can't be seen. No way. SNMP is completely blind to it. And the crazy thing is, it's not because your monitoring software is broken or misconfigured, it's just because of the very foundation of how SNMP works. At its core, SNMP relies entirely on a pull-based architecture. It inherently waits, asks a question, and then just waits again. Which brings us to SNMP's fatal blind spot and the real limits of pull-based monitoring. Think of traditional NMS systems relying on SNMP sort of like a doctor checking a patient's heartbeat. The NMS actively interrogates the device, basically asking, hey, how are you doing right now? Usually, it asks this by pulling interface statistics, stuff like in octets, out octets, and errors, maybe once every 60 seconds. Guys, that is literally like a doctor checking your pulse just once every hour. If you experience a severe, life-threatening heart arrhythmia, but it only lasts for 5 seconds right between those hourly checks, the doctor's going to completely miss it. Your chart is going to look perfectly healthy. Let's actually map that analogy directly onto a network timeline. At 0 seconds, everything is cruising along fine. Then, right at the 15-second mark, boom, a critical microfailure hits. But by the 16-second mark, the network recovers. It was literally a 1-second event. When the SNMP polling finally kicks in at the 60-second mark, it looks at the total counters and sees absolutely nothing wrong. The evidence completely vanished before the system even bothered to look for it. This is the fundamental flaw of SNMP. It gives you a photograph, not a video. And as ISPs move to these massive 100G, 400G, and 800G environments, snapping a blurry photo every 60 seconds just isn't going to cut it anymore. So let's look at the solution. Moving from pull to push and changing how data is transmitted. This is where streaming telemetry fundamentally solves the problem, and it's a total paradigm shift. The biggest game changer with JTI isn't just that it gathers more data, it's a complete overhaul of how that data actually gets transmitted. Step 1 on the screen shows the old way, the pull method. The NMS has to constantly pester the router for updates, and the router just sits there passively waiting to be interrogated. But step 2, that's the modern way, push. The router is now actively and continuously pushing streaming data outward to a collector, something like InfluxDB or Grafana. It doesn't wait for a query anymore, it's broadcasting a live stream of its state 24/7. Now let's talk about directing to the PFE core and going beyond the routing engine. See, a lot of folks mistakenly assume that JTI is just SNMP on steroids, like it's just pulling faster. But that's not it at all. It actually extracts completely different data from a totally different part of the hardware. With legacy SNMP, you're usually just skimming data pulled from the routing engine, main CPU, memory stats, basic interface counters. But modern JTI bypasses that superficial layer completely. It taps directly into the PFE, the packet forwarding engine. We are talking about the actual ASIC chip doing the heavy lifting of forwarding traffic. Because it's hooked right into the ASIC, JTI can grab incredibly granular metrics that literally do not exist in standard SNMP MIMEs. We're talking queue statistics, buffer usage, NPU utilization, specific flow stats, and exact packet drops. Which brings us perfectly to catching instant microbursts and revealing those invisible bottlenecks. Let's apply this directly to the real world. 95 gigs. That massive number right there represents one of the biggest, most frustrating headaches for internet service providers. Imagine you've got a 100G link. You pull up your SNMP dashboard, and the graph says your average traffic is sitting pretty at 30G. To the naked eye, that link looks super healthy, right? But underneath, every few seconds, traffic is instantaneously spiking to 95G for just 50 milliseconds. The queue is silently choking. Packets are dropping. Your end user is calling and screaming that their connection is lagging out. But you, the engineer, are looking at your screen going, everything looks perfectly normal to me. Well, with JTI, for the very first time, you can directly view queue depth, buffer utilization, and peak queue usage. You can finally see the exact split second that microburst hits. It's a total game changer. Actually, scratch that. It gets even better. Because it's not just about pushing massive amounts of data constantly. There's another huge innovation here, event-driven telemetry. In the old days, if you sped up your polling to every second, you were transmitting data every single second, even if absolutely nothing had changed. Talk about incredibly inefficient. Now, we use on-change telemetry. The system instantly pushes an update only when a state actually changes. So, if a new ARP entry is added, or BGP neighbor drops, an interface flaps, or a route vanishes, the system immediately pushes that specific alert out. It drastically cuts down on bandwidth and storage overhead while acting exactly like a modern, real-time events system should. Up next, the cornerstone of AI ops, fueling the future of networks. So literally, everyone right now is talking about AI networks, AI ops, and self-healing networks. But there is a massive elephant in the room when we talk about AI and networking. What does the AI actually eat? The answer, of course, is data. And if your data is only updating once a minute through legacy S&M polling, your artificial intelligence is starving to death. AI fundamentally cannot perform advanced analysis or build any kind of accurate behavioral baselines on minute-old aggregated snapshots. It absolutely requires the high-fidelity, millisecond-level stream of real-time events that only modern telemetry can give it. But once you do feed your AI that rich, sub-second telemetry diet, that's when things get wild. It can finally establish true baseline models of what your normal actually looks like, and the predictive capabilities from there are just staggering. An AI fueled by telemetry can accurately predict link congestion way before it ever impacts your users. It can spot the tiny, subtle microanomalies that almost always precede a hardware failure. It can detect route instability or identify the exact patterns of a DDoS attack the absolute second it starts. Without streaming telemetry, true AI ops is basically impossible. So, what does this mean for you? Let's talk about the evolution of network engineers and the changing landscape of IT roles. Because it isn't just the technology that's changing, your actual day-to-day job is transforming right alongside it. Think back a decade ago. A network engineer pretty much lived in the command line interface. You logged into devices box by box, typing show interface, show route, show BGP over and over to try and piece together what was happening. Today, that operational model is rapidly becoming obsolete. Engineers are moving toward relying on massive data lakes, custom Grafana dashboards, telemetry streams, and machine learning to view the network as one holistic, living ecosystem. You aren't just a network engineer anymore. You're evolving into a network data engineer. And that is the real structural transformation we're seeing in the industry today. So to wrap all of this up and answer the main question, what did JTI and streaming telemetry really change? It all boils down to this one simple concept. It turns network monitoring from taking photos into live streaming. We spent the entire SNMP era looking at our devices once a minute, just crossing our fingers and hoping to catch a blur of the action. But in the telemetry era, our devices are proactively telling us exactly what is happening, down to the millisecond, live. And that right there is exactly why streaming telemetry is rendering legacy SNMP a thing of the past. But, understanding why this shift is happening is only half the battle. Now we need to figure out the how. How does this magic actually work under the hood? Like, how does a single piece of telemetry data successfully flow out of an MX960 router, traverse the network, and render beautifully onto a Grafana dashboard? Well, in our next explainer, we are going to get super technical. We'll be dissecting the exact underlying protocols making all of this possible: gRPC, GNMI, and OpenConfig. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss it. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the telemetry revolution. Keep learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.